Hello YouTube, this is an alcohol review of Knob Creek Smoked Maple. Fairly certain I haven't done this one in the past. If I have, I apologize. But I don't think it was Knob Creek that I did smoked maple. Anyways, nice bottle, 90 proof, 45% alcohol by volume. Yelling children in the background. Distilled in Claremont, Kentucky. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey with natural flavors. I always am hesitant when they say natural flavors. They never say unnatural flavors, which there's a lot of. Bottle has an interesting feel towards the bottom. Or if that's what they were going for, a less precise rounding. When you look at the back, it's all sort of instead of flat. Curiouser and curiouser. Now, I wonder if they do that to make it look as if it had been aged. This is an old recipe, old genre, if you will. And thus the old looking bottle. But frankly, there's one that's plains, white plains, something plains. And they have a series of bourbons that are out there. And the bottles look as if they fell off the shelf from the age of cowboys. They're bubbles and everything all through the beautiful bottles. I'm not sure how they get such contamination with such high quality build. It's just beyond me. If you guys ever get the chance, I wish I could get to the name in my head, but the bottle alone is quite interesting. Plastic cork, cheap plastic top, wax on the top. It's running off of Maker's Mark type of look, but Maker's Mark is so much classier. But I will give them points for trying. I do like that wax top. Even though to nowadays it's pointless. The seals so well, you don't need a second sealing to help stop any contaminants from getting inside of them. But it's always nice to see. Alright, enough rambling. We have here a caramel with heavy yellow hues to it. Swirl, swirl, swirl. In case you've never seen one of my videos, the reason for the swirl, this is a Glencairn glass, and the reason why you swirl in a glass period, especially a Glencairn, is that you're trying to get as much of the solution up the sides, not all the way up, just up the sides enough that when you look at it, you can see what looks like little tears coming down. I don't think you can from here where the light is shining on it, but it's when you look and you jeez. I'll tell you guys in a quick second. The tearing with those lines that come down, also known as legs. The idea is that the residual sugars left inside the bourbon or the whiskey or the whatever the spirit may be, the more residual sugars, the thicker the solution. The thicker the solution, the longer it takes for the tearing to start, for the legs to run, however you want to say. So the theory is that with a more residual sugars, then you'll get a thicker solution, which means it'll be heavier on the palate, heavier on the tongue. The faster it runs down, the less syrupy sensation it will be. less residual sugars. Also, it implies that with more residual sugars, there will be a sweeter note to it. Now, that is here nor there. I've had bourbons where you swear it would be like honey, and there was not an ounce of sweetness anywhere in it. So take that one with a grain of salt, as they say. So what do we get? And now it starts. Yeah, this stuff is, by the way it looks, it's going to have a heavy mouthfeel. Really thick. The other reason for the swirl is to get a good nose full of it. Because the Glencairn widens and it kind of cups up, it acts as a funnel. So it's to give you much more of the odor. And since 70% or more of your taste is through the nose, voila, the people who made this glass was ahead of that. So there you go. Smells like candy. Very mapley, very bourbony. Is that a word? Bourbony. There's a bite to it. Pardon. Sorry about the rocking. There's a front coming in with some rain, so the wind is kicking up. But yeah, there is a definite high alcohol content by the burning in my nose. And you get a lot of maple syrup in it. But it's a whiskey isk. It is maple. It is burning my nose. I'm not getting any. It's a smoked maple. I'm not getting any of that smoked out of it. Second. There we go. All right. Yep, it bites. It bites a tad, burns a tad, quickly fades off, leaving behind, son of a gun, a smoky maple as a residual. It's also quite heavy on the palate. I keep waiting for bacon. There is no bacon flavor. There's no bacon in the nose. There's no bacon on the tongue. But that smoky maple leaves you wanting bacon. It does have a long, painfully long hang time. Hang time is the time you take a sip out of it, the lingering flavor on the palate, and then when it finally comes off the palate, where there is no more flavor left, ready for your next sip. That time period is called the hang time. And this has a very long hang time. It's not bad. It is definitely, I think it's lost a little in when to drink it. It says smoked, Jiminy Christmas. It says here smoked maple. So that to me conjures a lot of, say, snow and, Canada, fall, maple, right? That sort of thing. And yes, this is definitely a sipping bourbon, dessert bourbon, sipping bourbon for the colder season. With the snow coming down and the ice, yes, I can definitely see that with this. But that much maple, I was kind of hoping that it would be a little lighter on the palate, to be more of a fall and winter than just the heart of the winter. So see what you guys think. It's like I said, I think it wants to be fall, but yeah, it's the way it holds onto the palate. It is definitely wanting to be there for when the snow comes down, and you're sitting there looking outside, going, "Thank goodness I'm not out there in that." Yeah. See what you guys think. This is Knob Creek Smoked Maple Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey with natural flavors. And let me know what you guys think. Any comments down below will be warmly accepted, as always. Or better yet, go out, buy it, try it, and post your review on YouTube with the rest of us in the YouTube spirits community can see what you're thinking about this particular product. So I think it's good. It's definitely worth the price of admission. But she's so heavy that it's a bit of a turnoff at the same time as one of its strengths. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think. Until next time, keep on drinking.